There's a lot of history to this building. This building itself has actually been in my wife's family for many generations, from many years ago when it was primarily a motor car garage, which would have petrol pumps outside. It would be selling cars, it would be fixing cars, and it would be one of the main primary fuel and gas stations within this sort of West Cork area. After that, it became quite a prestigious tractor garage, supplying Zeta tractors to local farmers and landowners. It was very prosperous then. It also became a boat chandlery, which belonged to my wife's father, Richard Rohu. When he passed away quite a few years ago, it was derelict and became derelict for quite some time. And 2 years ago, we decided to re-erect the building. We completely emptied out the interior and recommissioned the whole building and opened it as a local farmers market. So we're delighted, yeah. We're based on the main high street of Inishannon, which is approximately 15 miles west of Cork.
The first mention of Inishannon is in the Book of Leinster, and before Inishannon Bridge was built, or Bandon Bridge was built, all the traffic from all over Ireland, the port of Cork, which was a very busy port, came to Inishannon and had to cross the river down there. There was no other way of getting into West Cork, so we are the gateway to West Cork.
The shop supports many local suppliers. I would say we would have possibly maybe 20 to 30 local suppliers within the area. Some of these people are very seasonal, so they sort of come and go throughout the year. A lot of our vegetables, etc., are locally grown and is very seasonal. But we also have local suppliers as well who deal with wholesale side of things, such as lovely fruits and ingredients that we can't get locally, like the lemons and the oranges and the bananas, obviously, which don't come, but they're all sourced by local wholesale dealers who supply us. We also do artisan bread, which is supplied by our Beauty's Bread, which we're very proud of. They're based in Cork. Support a lot of people who would do the markets, so a lot of the local markets we see in Cork or Kinsale or Clonakilty. It gives them another outlet to sell the produce, which we're very happy to take, because sometimes it would be quite difficult for these people to actually get into the supermarket change, which ultimately isn't really always what they want to do. But these small outlets like ourselves, we're happy to take on board their goods and sell them under a market-style environment like this.
Rohu's and other markets like this are very important to us. It gives us an outlet locally where we're very close to the customer. The customer also gets very short, we're 3 miles, so it's a very short chain from farm to customer. Tom can order on an evening and it's done with him the next morning by 10 o'clock. So people are getting fresh picked same day very often. They're eating lettuce that was cut that morning. So that's really fresh, and it's such a different from imported or Spanish or whatever. It's what these places are about, and there's very little, if any, price difference when it comes down to it, and so the quality is just a huge bonus.
We were all delighted then when Michelle came back, herself and Tom, and opened up, you know, the good food business. It's great for the village, and anything that's good for the village is fantastic. So it's right here at the corner as you come into the village, and you know, it keeps the people in the village the more. And I think, you know, when the Celtic Tiger rode around Ireland, I think we all lost the run of ourselves. People went mad and they wanted bigger and better, and they were all went to big supermarkets and they abandoned the little places. But now I think there's an awareness of the value of community is coming back into people. They realise that if they don't support their little local businesses and support local producers, rural Ireland is going to die, because in one sense we have two great industries in Ireland at the moment. We have agriculture and we have tourism, and one complements the other. So if the farmers can bring in their organically grown stuff in locally and it's eaten locally, sure, it's good health-wise, it's good for everybody, and it's great for tourism.
It's a very enjoyable place to come to. It's very easy-going shopping. The parking is very easy, and selling good produce at a reasonable price and having an extensive range of lots of different unusual products within the market makes the whole shopping experience a lot more pleasant, and I think a lot more people appreciate that. We get great support from the people in the village itself, and of course the surrounding suburbs that have been around the area. It's a place where people come as not just to come and get their daily fruit and veg and breads and meats, etc., but it's just a nice experience to come and do the shopping in a much more pleasant environment.